Hey everyone, it's Amy here. Welcome to one of my little yoga videos. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a short little sequence that you can do to help you alleviate insomnia if you are struggling with it. And I know from firsthand experience what it's like to not be able to sleep. I've had bouts of insomnia throughout the years on and off, and I've experimented with all kinds of yoga postures, breathing practices, meditations, bedtime routines, supplements, dietary changes to work with my sleep patterns. And so I'm going to share with you a little yoga sequence that hopefully will help you fall asleep easier and sleep deeper so that you can wake up feeling really rested. And like I said, these are like the top things that I would do if I was struggling and not being able to sleep. So number one, and why don't you just practice along with me? That might be best, and then you can experience this for yourself. So I'm going to have you come down actually onto your back, and I'm going to share with you, let's see, we're going to do only 3 practices. So these are going to be my top 3 practices for you to do if you're not able to sleep. And so the first one, and you can just come down onto your back and go ahead and lie down with me if you'd like. Stretch your body out nice and long. And feel free to go ahead and just let your eyes come to close. You can let your hands rest wherever they feel most comfortable for now, and just take a couple deep breaths. And let yourself just breathe in through your nose and feel your body expanding. And breathe out, letting your body relax. And I know that when you are having insomnia, usually your mind is really busy. Maybe there's emotions that are stirred up, or you're experiencing anxiety of some sort, or you just don't feel tired, right? So it can be hard to focus on your breath when you're in that state. But it's probably the number one thing that you can do to help you fall asleep. And sometimes it can really support you just to take your hands and rest them over your belly. And then just let yourself breathe in, again, nice and deeply. Let your belly rise. And breathe out completely. Let your belly fall. And just focusing on that movement of the breath. And again, if your mind is extremely busy and you're worrying about things that need to happen tomorrow, or you can't stop thinking, you may want to just give your mind something else to think about, which is the breath. And you can actually recite as you inhale, just say breathing in, and as you exhale, say breathing out. And, you could say any number of things. You could say, I am breathing in, my belly is expanding. I am breathing out, my belly's releasing and relaxing. Now, so that's the number one thing that I would suggest for you to do. And then from here, the second thing that I think is extremely helpful, if that feels like it's not enough, what I have found for myself is that usually when I can't sleep, I've got a lot of pent-up emotional energy, and sometimes I'm not even aware of that. But one exercise that has helped release some of that active energy and allowed me to feel more calm and actually sleepy is to move through my body and tense up all my muscles. So I'm going to talk you through that right now. And we'll start with the legs. So again, you can just stay lying down on your back. And I'm going to have you take a nice deep breath in, and I want you to engage all the muscles of your legs as well as your feet. And you can engage them any way that feels good for you. So you might bend your knees or keep the legs straight, point or flex the toes. The idea is that you want to squeeze as many of the muscles as possible. And then hold them in a contracted state for at least 7 seconds. That's key. 7 to 20 seconds is actually best. And you can actually squeeze all the way up into your pelvis a little bit. Take a nice deep breath in. And then as you exhale, just let all the muscles of your legs relax. And you might even want to just breathe out through your mouth. And then moving up into your pelvis and your belly and low back area. So take a breath in and then try to tense up your belly, your pelvis, your buttock muscles, your low back muscles. And you want to hold it and keep contracting. And if your legs want to engage a little bit or any other part of your body, that's okay. Remember, you want to hold for at least 7 seconds, and then you can just take another breath in, and then exhale, let it all go. Good. And then let's move into the arms. So hands, arms and shoulders, breathe in, squeeze and contract. And you'll notice with the arms and the hands engaging up into the shoulders, your chest and your upper back will engage as well. So go ahead and allow that to happen. And just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as hard as you can. Try to fire up all your muscles. Take a deep breath. And then breathe out and let it all relax. Good. And we're going to move up into the throat and into the face and the head. And it's really important in this next one that you let yourself make just an ugly face. Scrunch your face up, let all the muscles engage. So take a nice deep breath and engage the muscles of the face, neck, throat, shoulders might rise up. You can think of the head engaging, the muscles of your skull. Breathe in, and then exhale, let it all go. Good. So you might already feel just this amazing sense of calm coming over you because the muscles have released excess energy that they've been holding on to. So if you sit at a desk all day and then you come home and sit in front of your TV and then you try to go to bed, your body has a lot of extra energy, and some of that energy is actually emotional energy that's been pent up if you haven't given full expression to the emotions that you've felt throughout your day. So you could repeat that if you still felt really stimulated. But what I'd like to end with in terms of this exercise is just to do the whole body at once. So let's do that one more time. So just breathe in, and this time contract everything. So legs, feet, hands, arms, torso, head. You might lift your head or lift your legs or lift your butt. Squeeze and make an ugly face. And then as you breathe out, just let it all go. Great. So deep belly breathing to start, and then moving through your body, contracting all the muscles, and then relaxing them all. And that might be enough. And you might feel yourself starting to find some inner calm and a sense of sleepiness. But if that doesn't quite hit the spot, you can draw your knees into your chest, and you can do this all in bed. Unless you have a partner that you're sleeping nearby, you might not have the space, but knees can come into the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze, a little rock from side to side, and then just a nice, easy recline twist. Twists are so awesome for helping to release out tension and stress along your nervous system and your spinal column. So any easy twist would do. You could, if you have room, your arms can come out to the side, and you could just drop both knees over to one side, taking your gaze, rolling your gaze towards the opposite hand, the opposite direction. And this is one twist variation. If you have another one that you like, go for that. And then take a few of those belly breaths in this position. So you're breathing in, letting your belly expand. Just relax your jaw, exhale through your mouth. Feeling your body relaxing. And holding there for about 5 breaths or more is great. And then lifting your knees, bringing them back up to center as you breathe in, and then breathing out, taking them over to the opposite side. And same thing, you just want to roll your gaze in the opposite direction, take a few deep breaths into your belly. And again, you might just help your mind grow more quiet by telling yourself, I'm breathing in, my belly's expanding. I'm breathing out and relaxing my whole body. And then when you're ready, after 5 breaths or more, just bringing the knees back up to center and giving yourself a little squeeze. All right, so those are my top 3. Deep belly breathing, contracting and relaxing the muscles, and then doing a nice easy spinal twist. And then the icing on the cake is to do a restorative legs up the wall position. Now, if you're in bed, I have done this in bed where I've kind of flipped myself around and pushed my legs up to the head of my bed and up the wall. So you might be able to do that. But if you want to stay in bed and you have a partner that you're sleeping next to and it would be too much action for you to flip it around and put your legs up the wall, you can also, if you have a really nice thick blanket that you can roll up, or a bolster, or a couple heavy-duty pillows, you can stack them underneath your feet and just give your body even just a slight inversion. So just elevating your legs slightly actually induces the relaxation response in your body and helps your parasympathetic nervous system kind of turn on, and that's the part of you that's responsible for deep rest and digestion and things like that. So legs at the wall pose, if you've never done it before, is really easy. And like I said, if you're in bed, you'll have to do a little bit of maneuvering, but you just lie onto your back and float your legs up towards the ceiling. And your arms can rest wherever they feel most comfortable, but you might want to take the hands back to the belly so that you can, again, resume that deep belly breathing, right, where you inhale, let your belly fill up, and you exhale, let your belly relax. And as you're resting with legs up the wall pose and doing that deep belly breathing, you can also engage Ujjayi pranayama if you're familiar with that. That's the audible breath. Sounds a little bit like Darth Vader, but you're constricting the throat. But if you're not familiar with that breathing practice, just breathe in and breathe out through your nose. Let your belly fill and empty each time you're inhaling, each time you're exhaling. And last possibility is to count your breaths. And typically a long, slow exhalation is going to calm you down, quiet your mind, and help you relax. So you might breathe in, let's say for a count of 3, and then just breathe out for as long as you can. But count the breaths just to, again, give your mind something to do, at least in the beginning. But work towards extending your exhalation and making it longer and longer and longer and longer. And if you're feeling really anxious or worried, your exhalation might be short. It might be really difficult for you to extend it, but just keep working with it. And eventually, you may even find yourself falling asleep in this position. I've done it many times. But usually I will begin to become relaxed in this position, and then it's actually when I come out of the position and lie flat where it feels like the energy in my body balances and I'm less up in my mind, and again, just more calm, more relaxed, and more sleepy and ready to actually fall asleep. You can hold this position anywhere from 5 minutes to 10 minutes or longer if it's comfortable for you. If your legs get really tingly, or if you have glaucoma or really high blood pressure, this might not be the best position for you to choose. And in those cases, you don't just lie on your back and, again, just maybe prop the feet up a foot or so. And then to come out of this pose, you can just bend your knees and slowly let yourself roll off onto your side. And then hopefully you can just stretch yourself out, lie on your back, and fall asleep and have some amazing happy dreams as part of all of that. So I hope this helped you a little bit. If you are dealing with insomnia, just know that it's a cycle. It's not going to last forever, and these postures and practices will definitely help. So thanks so much for watching and practicing along. I'll see you next time. Namaste.